Alrighty, so Friday's just gonna get you a shorty. I was spreading fertilizer most of the afternoon, and I had to stop because this showed up, and then I went back to spreading fertilizer, but you'll get that video. I'm gonna finish up spreading fertilizer hopefully tomorrow, and I'm gonna put it all in one, so you'll get that video tomorrow. But for now, we're just gonna real quick do this. Seed, obviously, seed showed up today. Beans, I went with I went all Wyckoff this year. For two reasons. Firstly, and the most important one to me, is they are just a nice little family-owned company. They've only got two plants, one in Valparaiso, Indiana, just south of here, and one in Decatur, Michigan, I think, is where their other plant is. But like I say, they're a nice little family-owned company. If I'm going to be spending money on something like this, I'd rather see it go to a small outfit rather than Bayer or Pioneer or whoever. At this point, the way the world's going, I'd rather support the little guy, because they're the ones that we need. We don't need the corporations. At least that's, and I know I fucking work for Bayer, hate it. But anyway, like I say, went all Wyckoff, except for I have some LG left over from last year that I'm gonna use. But as far as the beans go, I went with a W2619 E3. Is the same variety I planted last year. I was really happy with it, how it turned out. Probably some of the best cutting beans and the best drying down beans I've ever planted. So, like I say, was really happy with these. Decided if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And then I went with these again. And they're the E3 trait, so I can run the Enlist herbicide. So all the beans are the same variety. As for the corn, I went with two different varieties, or two different hybrids. The 2212 Double Pro, and I'm trying to remember. I'm pretty sure I got the 2212 for down on the muck. I got this written down. I was not prepared. I should have brought my list with me so I could tell you, but the hell was that? Something sounded like it just fell over on the other side of the barn. Or we got a squirrel that lives in the eaves too. That might have been that. But anyway, so I got the 2212, should be for the muck. And then 2483 Double Pro is for everything else. Oh, didn't notice that. He got me medium flats there and medium rounds there. Apparently he couldn't get me the 2483 in a medium round. That kind of sucks a little bit, but we can make her work. It's just a little harder with the plates, because flats are a little harder in a plate planter, at least in my experience. But yeah, the 2483, that's a 105 day, and the 2212 is a 100 day. Went shorter on the muck because we learned our lesson last year. Don't plant till around Labor Day. So that's where we're at there. And the LG, if I remember, it's 5525. Yeah, LG the 5525. That is going to go on the 10 acres right here at Mom and Dad's. If I remember right. I'm pretty sure that's how I planned that out. Like I say, I got all this shit written down so I don't have to try to remember it, but I'm trying to remember it. But I am for sure that's for the muck, and this is for everything else, but I'm pretty sure I was planning on putting that down here on the 10 acres. So, yeah, that's where we're at. And also, before I forget they're here, I probably ought to throw these. These are... I don't think this is actually NK. I think this is... Actually, this might be a little bit of a mix NK and Wyckoff from when I cleaned the drill out. I can't remember when I was finishing up if I ended up having to... That one's a little heavier. I think I ended up having to mix the NK and Wyckoff together to finish up drilling beans last year. So I think that's actually a little bit of a mix of both in them two. But so there's all that. So that means next weekend's project is probably going to be getting the drill and the planter ready to go. And hopefully that first weekend in May, weather permitting, we can have at it. But I'm going to look at the weather really good this year, because I do not want to have a repeat of last year where we get everything hammered in the ground real early in May and then it rains and gets cold and everything just sits there and rots. Because last year I had to replant once and I stopped, and that didn't work out all that great. And there were some guys, the most I heard is one guy that we know replanted 4 times last year before he finally gave up. So hopefully this year goes better. I'd like to see some decent corn for once. I haven't had good corn in 2 years, other than this field back here. That went 208, or no, 203 last year. It was just a tick over 200 bushel an acre last year, but that was the only good corn I had. So anyway, like I say, this is just a quick Friday video, because today was all kinds of jacked up, but I'll explain that later, or that'll all be explained tomorrow in the fertilizer spreading video as to why today was all jacked up. And tomorrow's a little jacked up too, but anyway, so I guess that's where we're at. Probably, I don't know if I'm going to do a full-on drill and planter calibration video again. I've already done 2 of them. It doesn't change. It's the same process. If you want to know, you can go, if you want to know how to do it, you can go, there's 2 videos back a ways. You can go find them. They're there. So, but we will do a little bit of something as to getting set up for putting this stuff in the ground. So it seems like I had one other thing I wanted to mention, and I can't remember for the life of me what it was now. Must not have been that important. But anyway, I guess we will, we'll have a video up tomorrow night, depending on what I do Sunday. There might be a video Sunday, but we shall see. So anyway, that's it for this one. We'll catch you guys on the next one.